Is well. Welcome to another Living Well is a Lifestyle vlog. You all, it is a beautiful day. If you are here, say, Father, I thank you for the grace and mercy that you had. You spared me on last night. Y'all, just like my title says, no soil, no sunlight. You don't need it. Did you know that you can actually plant a garden with no soil and no sunlight? Did you know? Let me tell you something. Back in 2020, when I really went gun ho about getting my garden started, because of what we were faced with during that time, I tried some of everything. And when I say everything, I tried all kinds of methods. I was living in a 800 square foot townhouse with a 6 by 6 brick patio out back. That's how much space I had. If it was 6 by 6, it might have been 6 by 6. I don't know. But one of the things I did was I tried a lot of different methods, and one of those methods I want to try with you today, show you today. And before I tried a swimming pool. I tried bags. I tried growing in a little orange, half of an orange. I tried growing in a bag of soil because you can do that too. And I'm going to be showing y'all all of these neat ways that you can get started with your garden and how you can grow in a very, very, very small space. We had a beautiful time yesterday. Before I show you this method, we had a beautiful time, epic time. In fact, we had a garden tour and workshop for some youngsters in the community, and it was amazing. But here's the method that I want to share with you today that is vital to those of you who do not have land, do not have soil. You may not even have a home, but you may have a car. You may have, I don't know, but you can hydroponic. And I just want to show you and give you an example of what that looks like. So these are my hydroponic methods. These are one of the methods that I used when I first started gardening back in 2020. It wasn't my first time, but when I really expanded my knowledge about what to grow, where to grow it, yada yada yada. I was growing out of shoe bags, everything. But this, you guys, is my herbal garden that's sitting right here on my railing. And these are literally just mason jars. When you're using a mason jar, this is an herb. So let's say celery. This is celery, okay? Um, and this celery, I don't know how well it's going to do, but we're going to try it and see how it works, right? This is basil. This is dill. These are chives. This is rosemary, sage, and I just added this curly parsley. I'm going to be adding some more as I continue to go. But what do you need to do to get started with your own hydroponic garden? I'm so glad you asked. So this is literally a 16 ounce. Let's see how many ounces. No, it's 12. 12 ounces. 12-ounce mason jar. This is a 12-ounce mason jar. I took, the pool noodles? Pool noodles. Look at this. You see the pool noodle? You cut them. Cut them. Let me take this out so you can see. So you cut the pool noodle, right? And just slice it up. And then I cut it. This carpenter bee is annoying me right now. Let me go over here. Maybe he'll stop buzzing around me. Because he's trying to get to the wood that he can't drill into. But we're going to show you this here. All right. So inside this glass 12-ounce jar is a root. You see that? That's the root. I rub these off the dirt because these are the ones I'm going to grow in the house, right? I put water in there. And first of all, what I did was I painted the jar. Why did I paint the jar? I painted the jar because any light that gets into the jar where there's just water, you're likely to develop algae, right? So you want to keep the algae out of the water, right? So next thing I did was I again cut the pool noodle. I sliced it, and I have tons of these. You know, a long pool noodle that you buy from the Dollar Tree for $1, and you just slice it up, right? And then you make an opening. You make an opening right here, cut it, make an opening to put your plant in, close it back up, and then you're going to insert this into the top of the mason jar, just like that. Now we have the pool noodle that's also like a sponge that won't cannot be, it will not ruin and or affect the plant, and the plant just continues to grow, and all I have to do is give it water. So really all you need is a jar, some type of cup to sit the plant in. It's kind of like the cracky method. The cracky method, though, you have to buy those little cups, which are 99 cents. Now, instead of doing that for me, I just bought the pool noodle. I think the cracky method is excellent if you are starting from seed, but I already had this celery as a plant. So we're going to try this celery, see how it does. And I'm going to make my own solution to go in there of potassium, magnesium, and other water soluble fertilizer to put in here periodically. But the goal is just to keep it filled with water. And then when you take this in the house, all you have to, you don't have to give it sunlight. It does not need sunlight. Let me say that again. It does not need sunlight. It could be sitting by a lamp. It could use lamp light. It could use LED light. It could use any form of light, right? So make sure that you're understanding that if you want to start with a fresh herb garden, you can start with a fresh herb garden. Why is a fresh herb garden a good garden to have? Because it's medicinal. Most herbs are medicinal. So even your cilantro, I don't have my cilantro up here, so I will be putting a cilantro one in here as well. But I just wanted to show you how beautiful that is. This is my hydroponic garden sitting up here. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. So this is my hydroponic garden right here sitting on the rail. I put this together yesterday to make sure that I showed my guests all the myriad of ways that you can grow food. So I do sincerely hope that this method makes sense. If you have questions, please drop them below. But this was an exciting journey because this is exactly what I did in 2020 on my windowsill. You bet, on my windowsill were glass jars full of herbs because I was gonna make those food. I was gonna have that food. I was gonna grow food, and I would do it by any means necessary. So I was really working hard at trying new things, and that was one of the things that worked. So hydroponics is a great place to start. So you may want to start there with some glass mason jars or any kind of jar that you can find, but you will have to carve the top out so that you can, get your plant in there. It has adequate movement, or you can insert a cup into the, if you can find a cup the width of this top. You may not even have to have a top. You may can just put a red solo cup over top and just let it fit down inside the jar. That would also be a great method. But you would also have to have an opening and a little circular place where you can actually put your vegetables in if they're already growing, or if you're doing a from seed, then you will want to puncture some holes in it and in the bottom of the cup, and maybe um, put a napkin, something that, and then put the seeds in the on the napkin and make sure that it's in the soil so that it stays moist. And it will happen is it will sprout. And once it sprouts, it will then keep searching for the water It's going to keep moving towards the water. So the the plant roots are going to keep trying to get through the napkin until it gets to that water. I knew these were coming. This is a type of pollen. I don't know what this is, but it really does. This pollen right here, this right here, is so annoying. I think it's this last tree over here blooming. But anyway, what do y'all think about that? So I really would like for y'all to drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about that method because I think it's absolutely awesome way to start. So get started, y'all. Get started. If you have questions, if you like information like this, please like, follow, and share. As we grow our channel, right? Because all we talk about all things well-being over here. So I want us to be thinking about how are we improving? How are we preparing in case, whatever happens. We don't ever want to leave ourselves vulnerable to emergencies, right? Now, mind you, I've mentioned all of these herbs. Now, I just told you that these herbs can be medicine. I wonder if I put a dandelion, because y'all know the dandelion root is medicine. And I pulled up a whole dandelion root today. I pulled it up, all of the root. I got the whole tap root. And it was just starting to grow. But so when I see wild uh, weeds, people call it, but it's not a weed. It's a viable plant that can be used for something. It tells me that I can plant something there because that area grows what people think as weeds. It grows really well there. So that means it's got some good nutrition. I better dig that up and put, some I better put something there. So, and as a matter of fact, I am going to grab that taproot and I'm going to see if I can keep the dandelion, just keep growing it in a jar. Why? Because we need that root. Dandelion root is a root. It's good for you. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to check that out and see how it grows. And I'm going to let y'all get another quick look at this herbal garden that is a hydroponic method. I'm gonna let y'all take another look at this, and if you have questions, let me know, and I'll tell you what each of these are. This is celery. This is basil. This is dill, chives, rosemary, sage, and this is parsley. I just pulled this out of the yard because I found some growing in the yard. And I was like, oh, let me grab this parsley and get that going too because we need some parsley in the house too. So while there's many things growing in the garden, we want to have a table, something that's in the house. It's always good to have a backup system in the house in case you can't go outside. Okay, so that is what we do over here on my channel. I hope that you enjoyed this information. Go and have the most beautiful day. And again, if you want to hear about more of this and more of what we're teaching in the community, as our students and parents and mentors go out and compete, they're becoming competitors in the agricultural space. And so I love the fact that they didn't just go to a farm, but they came to an urban homestead. So they didn't just want to be knowledgeable about what is a farm. Did you know how many people don't know what a farm actually is? Farming is not just huge plots of land. It's anyone who sells $1,000 or more in agricultural products per year. And so there is a lot to learn and there's a lot to educate folks on. And we are here to do that, right? I don't know if anyone's told you, but I am a local researcher. And so everything I do here is backed by science. And I'm excited to be on this journey with you all, giving you all real, true, peer-reviewed information when there's something we really need to take a deeper dive into. I want benefits or studies or meta-analysis, things that have been done that suggest that that is a good mode to do it. So, super excited, everyone. Have the most amazing day in whatever you do. Don't let anyone get in your way on the journey to becoming who God has called you to be in this season, because our seasons do change. Until next time, everyone, bye for now.